back. Okay? And this is how I believe. I don't know how long Ruto is going to hold it. I don't know how long. The crack is so obvious. Even though the deputy president doesn't want the government to be dissolved, he's asking the Gen Z to wait till 2027 and vote all of them out. Others are saying no. He's actually preparing himself to take Ruto's job. If Ruto resigns, he will be president. And how could somebody that is a number 2 man in Kenya be, openly show contempt? That's this Ruto guy is talking there, okay? I want you to listen to this. Maybe you will see it the other way. Here is the vice president of Kenya complaining of how he's been always kind of kept out while Ruto was killing the protesters in Kenya. He didn't say it that way. He's probably just exonerating himself and saying, no, me, I no deal. The crack, if you are a Kenyan watching me, I know you have seen this. We have seen it too, or we are seeing it now. And to those of us who are observers outside Kenya, this is a crack.
So when I started hearing last week that some people want to interfere with that work, one, I heard that our local member of parliament has directed the security officers in Karatina, purporting on orders from above to reopen our bars. One, a member of parliament cannot instruct security officers. And if the security officers in this region are taking instructions from a member of parliament, we shall discipline them. But to my shock, I came last night. This morning, as I was walking around in the village, I came face to face with what I knew a year ago. I found some young men at 6 a.m. in the trenches drunk, which means some bars have been reopened. Let me say this. One, I've never missed a single cabinet meeting, so there is no decision that has been made by the cabinet to stop the war against illicit brew. Anybody stopping that war or undermining it is setting the president and the government against the people. And if you people at the interior think that you want to interfere with this very successful program, so that maybe you undermine the deputy president because he's the one who has been leading this war, you are effectively undermining President William Ruto and his administration. And let me say, Mr. President, if you allow overzealous officers at Harambee House with a political scheme to interfere with this war against illicit brew, those people, those officers will set you up against the people. This is a program that the president gave me for 1 year, and we have succeeded to save an entire generation. And you want, because of stupid, primitive politics, to undermine that program, thinking that you are undermining the deputy president. What happens to our children? What are you going to tell their mothers who are so happy with what the government had done? Please, people at the interior, stop those games. And I want to say, let our officers not take instructions from members of parliament, purportedly from higher authorities. The era of orders from above are gone. If If anybody wants to give instructions, let them be in writing. But if a decision has been made without my knowledge that the war on illicit brews should come to an end and people should sell illicit brews, I want to disassociate myself from that decision because I am not part of it. And I cannot be part of such a decision. I can't believe it.
So they said he went to his mom's village to go and lament on how his own supposed oversight, assignment, and all of that have now been sort of like compromised and undermined because some people in the interior ministry could just give an order and they don't give a damn about any vice president. The last time they sent a threat to them. So you remember when their own DSS threatened their vice president that we know what you are doing. We have all your dossier. Okay? We hope you will not push us to release them. Kind of. It's a free fall. But I'll leave it at that. That's pretty much what we have for tonight, or what I have for tonight. So I am going to open the line. And that is when, if you want to, you can still be part of it. That is, the number to call is right there on your screen. And when I come back, we can probably take reactions. If you have to go, then we should do better than 500 or so, or 400 of us who have actually liked the video. Let's do more than that. All right. I will be back. Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Maigo, I'm back again. Thank you. I heard that you made mention of the roads as you were speaking about a few minutes ago. I'm so delighted. Oh yes. In fact, it's so great. Yeah, you know, these are the things that we are applauding for. That the Nigerian stupid government should do. But somebody just made, beside me, just made mention of something that after all this, you've been doing this thing for the past 10 years. Although I started following you about 3 years ago, and then it become more stronger. My followership become more stronger during the election. So because I had hoped that at least things will change if they had allowed it, if they had allowed the people's mandates to be, to be the main thing. So basically, I don't know why Nigerian youth are still what they are waiting for. But hopefully, very soon, maybe they've set a date now for August, I think, that they will start their own thing. So hopefully they will that will
So you're optimistic,
create a change.
Right? Like,
yes,
I thought you wanted
well,
to ask me a question when you said, "Oh, you have been doing this for the past 10 years now," but it's pretty much like you wanted to be like, when is it going to be effective, or what? I thought you wanted to ask me something there. Hold up, but it's like
yes,
right? That maybe
I'm optimistic, but but I can understand that our politicians, they use this devalued naira to buy people's conscience. You see, to buy people's weaponize poverty with it, and then until they come to their senses that this this their naira that they are accepting from this politician, in the next few months they will devalue it again, and then before you know what's going on, it's valueless. So until then, we just keep our finger crossed and hope that somebody will we do some, something will trigger something somewhere.
Thank you, Papa.
Thank you for what you are doing. Thank you for what you are doing. We really appreciate. I appreciate everyone. Appreciate what you are doing, really. And then I told you the other day that when next I go to Nigeria, I will get a drone and I'll make sure that I film every single on Third Road. I will go to some health facilities, where one can really say, look, this is our disrepaired facilities that need repair, but government have just turned a blind eye on them for decades. You see, things like that. So well,
I will be looking forward.
We will talk again tomorrow.
Yeah, just bring those to me. If you go to when you go to Nigeria, right, and you get your hands on such stuff, right? So bring them to us.
I will. Yes. By the grace of God, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Have a good night. Yeah.
Nice one. So Oldab is a regular now, and I love it when people become regulars. It doesn't take much to be a regular. All it takes is just you dialing that number, and before you know it, it's just going to become like normal. You see, when people complain about, I've been trying to get you, I've been trying, it's because, it can be very kind of a tough for. So you can be a regular too. The moment you just make it an habit every time you have the chance. Yeah. It's another caller. Hello there.
Aye, Baba.
Irumole.
Brother, me to show you.
How you doing, sir?
I'm very, very well. Okay, I'm good. Thank you, my brother. How are you?
I'm very well too.
Thanks for Wicked and my children. How are they doing?
We are there.
Thank you very much for your good job. Please, first, I've never mentioned anyone's name on this our temple before. There is one guy, Olasunkomi something. Please, I would love that guy to call in to come and tell us what to do about Nigeria.
Okay.
Maybe I will learn more from him. if he's hearing me, he should please. I don't know which country he is. If he's in Nigeria or
What did
he's
he
in
say?
Europe,
What did
now this Agbado is talking about prayer and all those things. Everybody don't fire am there. Guy
say?
calling, come tell us what we don't know.
Have you
You
seen him
understand me?
before?
I be like say na new person, just hide
New
come.
person. People should
Mm.
be. You should take it easy on Olamileko. What his name is? So take it easy with them.
Last to come.
Olasunkami.
No, Baba. No,
Give
Baba.
him
See,
time.
no, see, Baba.
Everyone.
Nobody they take am hard on me. You understand me?
Because we have those. He will meet his kind here who joined this platform a year ago. And they were so positive that all of you don't know. Don't worry. Nigeria with this today, they are different persons. So Olasunkami Abiola Sunkowa. Don't worry. Irumole.
So I've seen the fire prayer. I just want to ask him which country we in dey. If he dey hear me, make him tell him Sky Daddy. As Adeboye say very soon, dem go dey fly. They no go need aeroplane. They no go buy tickets. Make him just say that in Sky Daddy. Make he pray for am or make he call am. Make he pray for am. Make him just fly with all those in prayer. Make I first see that first miracle. If it happen, myself, I swear, I go begin follow Adeboye from today.
Convert it right away.
Baba, instantly. You know what they call instantly? I will convert.
You know?
Baba, many people get mental problem. I dey tell you. Àwọn èèyàn ti já wèrè.
The problem is that.
Baba, kí yóò bá já wèrè? Why you go dey tell me for this 2024? I no talk of maybe 1900 something. No.
1904.
This 2024, Baba, láyé tójú ti là, tójú everybody ti là. Ọmọ tó bá bí lẹ́ni gan-an, ó máa lajú sáyé.
Yes.
Now in those days, now if dem just born baby, you no go open eye. They say, okay, we go wait for some days. 2020, ọmọ gan ti lajú sáyé. Now somebody go come dey tell me say, make we no dey condemn Nigeria like that. Make we dey pray for them.
Okay.
Mo sorry gan, Olasunkami. E be like say you get scones, Soko dey your head though.
And if exposing this rot is called condemning Nigeria, how come those of them that are not condemning Nigeria, how come their own is not making Nigeria better? At least they are not okay, me and you condemn Abi for exposing this, Abi. What about all of them that are supporting it, defending it? How come their own defending and supporting it is not making Nigeria better? How come that me and you say expose on it is the one that is not good for? I mean, mental problem,
Baba,
it is actually a mental problem.
If the Gen Z in Kenya continue praying, making all these useless comments online, and let's continue praying for Kenya government. We should not condemn them. Let's support them. Kenya is still our home. People that is in abroad, these people should come back too and come and support us. Baba, they will not take their future back from the Kenyan government, from the Kenyan politicians. I talked about 2 weeks ago. I say I wish say I be Kenyan. If you see as I did day appeal, if I did work, make I dey watch anything we concern those Kenyans. My I beg, make I leave, make I allow other people calling. My good sister Cham, I beg.
Now, it can't be like say all of them are telling herself, right? I thought Irumole would just be like, okay, and then I'll take another one. And that's exactly that's who came on now. Charm.
Hello, Maegu.
Hello there.
Good evening. How are you?
Very well, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for the work that you do.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm going to be really quick. 2 things, because I listened to the earlier broadcast. I wanted to call in, but I kind of missed it. I was I'll call in later. Then before I start, Olasukomi, Adewumi, you don't buy market.
No, Omar, all
You
right.
don't get
People like that, you say, as long as Sukomi is not becoming unruly.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh,
I mean, Cham,
no, no,
sorry,
no.
1 second, Cham. Listen, Olasukomi, right? This is a place where, indeed, even if you are an Agbado or a Unity beggar from Nigeria, okay, you are still welcome. You will be healed here. We will cure you, okay? We've cured stubborn people without your kind of mind too. We will cure you. But while we are working on how to get you cured, you need to be very, very cautious, okay? Don't start throwing things or jibe around. But really nice and be much for people like you. And that's it. Cham, sorry.
No, it's okay. He's not unruly or anything.
No,
It's
I'm
just that
saying
he's
that.
coming
Just,
with
go on.
Yeah, so I just want to tell him, I'm sure he's listening, that, take some time and go and review some of Maegun's earlier posts and things like that, so that you can get yourself educated. We're not here to tear down anybody. We're not like you just said, right? If it's by the sheer number of people who are wishing Nigeria well, then Nigeria should be on like one of the top countries in the whole world. It shouldn't be the likes of me and you talking about the problems of the country that will put the country the way it is, that have set the country in the trajectory that it's in. It's not us talking. What we're doing is shining a light and telling people what they need to do. Like the earlier caller talked about Kenya and how they've been able to mobilize themselves. All of those people still ended. Some of them went to church at the end of the day, but they still hit the streets. They went to the churches to put their message out there, to get people buying into their protests and everything. Not that they needed to, because at the end of the day, whatever was happening was going to happen to every one of them. So don't come here on this platform and tell us to be praying. I'm in my 40s, for goodness sake. I'm a Catholic, and I remember in church when we used to pray for Nigeria in distress. I was a teenager when we were praying for Nigeria in distress, and Nigeria has never been in worse distress than it is at the moment. So when I was a teenager, we were praying for Nigeria in distress, thinking that our lives were not great, but we knew that it could be better. Look at us, 2024, almost 30 years later, and we're still praying. Is our own God silent?
Or you are still being blamed for not praying enough?
Or we're still being blamed for not praying enough? We should keep praying. I have nothing against prayer. You can pray as much as you want to, but there sometimes you just need to roll your sleeves up, go out there and do the right thing.
Prayers
okay? Go out there and do the right thing.
Prayers won't fight insecurity. Prayers won't fix economy. People will do. Policy will do. The will to carry them out will do. They don't have all of that, but they want prayer. They swear for now.
You just want to fold your hands and think that okay, yeah, somehow something is going to happen. Yeah. If nothing has taught you, nothing is going to happen. These people are unwilling to let you go. You need to take the shackles off of your feet. You need to take the shackles off of your neck.
Tell them.
Okay, they're pressing you down. You're talking about prayer. We've been praying. We have been praying. People are still praying. Okay, but that's not what's going to set you free. You need to go out there and do what you need to do. Get the criminals out of power. Otherwise, you're wasting your own time. Wow. You will die, and your children will still be talking about the same thing. Is that what you want? Those are the options that the Kenyans were looking at. Okay, if even if I die today fighting on this thing, I'm dying so that tomorrow my children don't have to face these same options. They don't have to be in this situation. Okay, so don't come here and tell us that we're doing this or doing that or doing that. No, we're not.
Nigeria well.
We're not wishing Nigeria well.
Now, listen, you have a druggie, okay, a certificate forger, a drug dealer, a Boko Haram supporter. These are the two people who are leading the country. The world knows that. But I am going to be the one. It is me exposing all this corruption that is now that is destroying Nigeria image. Is that not madness?
It is pure and sheer unadulterated madness, because what are we asking? What are we saying to ourselves? What is the unintended? What is that message that you're telling your children, that you can be a criminal and you'll be exalted? Is that what you're saying?
Uh-huh.
If for nothing at all, if not the shit job that Kolu has done so far, the fact that you have the likes of him, the likes of Akpabio, and the likes of all the criminals that you have in power, that is enough. That is just enough to say, you know what? enough of this nonsense. Just like you said, look at the lecturers. Those ones, they will now call them to come and do election, whatever. They will go.
Yeah.
They will go and elect a criminal to come and lord it over you. You that you're supposed to be educated, even though you know everything about that man, and you still put him in power. How stupid can you be? How dumb can you be? And you want us to feel sorry for you.
Your entitlements. Are you being serious?
Nigerians are not yet ready. You know, we're not yet ready. When we are ready, when the hunger has hit, not this one that they're still, opening packets of spaghetti to spread around, that cutting yam and people are still sharing and all of that. One day they will not even see that spaghetti to share. They will not see that yam to cut. Then all of you will now come. Let's come, come and tell us to come and pray. Okay?
So that
we'll come and pray.
Eyes in prayer, and then raise our hands to the sky and call on our sky daddy. God, why do you have to forsake us? Why me? You can shout, why me? And God will just be like, get out of here, Jerry. Let me see front. I know that serious people there. Because that's exactly what that's how I feel like God, their sky daddy actually treats them now. He's done, he's tired. It's like, you guys are not serious. I'm done. Please.
Let me say two more things so that so that I can just let other people call in. Right. You talked about you had that call where an Edo man was talking about Igbo people and how we're the problem for him. And yes, we say, okay, these people are paid bigots and everything, right? But I mean, listening to him, I just said, you know what? I think we need a break from each other. Let's think about it. The Igbos need to have their own space. Yorubas need